Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2, and today I'm going to be giving you part 3 of What If Naruto Was a Crazy Drunken Swordsman. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also guys, remember to go ahead and check out the other channels, Anime King, Anime King 3, and Anime Prince. Yes, that's right, I indeed have 4 channels that I post What If on every single day for you guys to enjoy. Links will be down in the description, so go ahead check them out and yeah, enjoy. And don't forget to turn on the bell notification to see exactly when I post. So without further ado, we'll easily jump right into this new episode. Start now guys. So, the last part that we left off. Teiwai was hounding Naruto to find out more about him ever since she heard that his last name was Uzumaki, but he did his best to just ignore her, or perhaps he just didn't really care what she was saying. As he was then hounded by Asuma, and then by Kurenai, as Naruto just wanted to go home and sleep. He proceeded to ignore all of them as he quickly made his way home. Upon doing so, Naruto got some rest. For 17 hours that is. He then got bored as he went to the old man for a mission. As Naruto saw the unconscious Kakashi and Jiraiya in his room. The both of them had been arguing which one of them would take Naruto on as a student or apprentice. However, Naruto would not go with either of them. As Hiruzen then told him that he will get him a team to join. It turns out that Sasuke's younger sister was gonna be on that team. She was 1 year younger than Sasuke. He was always acting like he was above her, and that made her pretty pissed off and angry. She was a loud Uchiha. Naruto went and he got Hana, and he got Kiba as well, as he took them on this mission. The mission was to deliver a simple artifact. They got into a few squabbles on the way. The 2-year-older Hana was about to challenge Naruto, seeing that he was making perverted remarks. However, he simply gripped his blade, as she saw her head being removed. The instinct, it was fear. Most would think that this would put her off, however, she just seemed to be more interested within him. As they made their way and they came back, they came across a girl being kidnapped by 2 guys. As Naruto knew who these were, they were the Akatsuki. As he told his group to go ahead, they did not know that Naruto had switched the clone already. Upon making his way there, Naruto took on Kakazu and Hidan, as he captured the girl and sent her away towards Kumo, by using his clone to do so. Kakazu and Hidan were 2 S-rank ninjas. While Naruto was powerful for his age, he was nowhere close to their level of strength yet. As Naruto had to tap into the Fox power, Naruto started to get angry. He started to get demonic, as the power consumed him. However, that was a problem as Naruto started to lose control. He went 3, 4, 5, 6, and he broke into the 8 tails. However, that is when Minato arrived. As Naruto met his father, something he thought would never happen, but he didn't really care for the mushy stuff. However, he did meet him. Minato was able to use the remaining chakra to take over Naruto's body, as he performed a father-son Super Rasengan right into Hidan's chest, before he teleported. Killer Bee, who was minding his own business, was shocked when someone suddenly flashed into his room, the mark that he placed on him so long ago, as Naruto ended up collapsing. Killer Bee took care of him for the past 3 days. As the Hokage was starting to get worried, as he sent out a team to go and find Naruto. When Naruto woke up, Samui had taken a great interest in him. Considering that she didn't take interest in so much people, it was rather strange. However, she liked this one, and she told him that he was her boyfriend now. Naruto was taken aback by that. As he turned towards him as Yujito came in as well, it was the one that saved her. However, being Naruto, he decided to run away. As he headed back towards the Hidden Leaf village, well, after 2 weeks, he decided to go and party first, like really shit-faced party. It was a lot. When he came back, he informed the old man about what happened. Well, not about everything. The old man also found a member for his team now, as Naruto was going to be placed in a different team now, so that he could participate in the upcoming Chunin exams, which he didn't really care for that much, but still. He was getting paid and sick, so he didn't really care if he had to participate. So yeah guys, basically that's what I thought. You guys can switch across the PlayStation of yourself, and also, don't forget to go ahead and check out the other channels. Links will be down in the description, so go ahead and check them out, and yeah, enjoy. So without further ado, what do you say we jump right into this new episode begin now guys. Hiruzen brought Naruto a new team, which was Hanabi, Midori, and Anko, on top of the Hokage's tower since he knew Naruto was sleeping up there. What they didn't expect though was to see two toads. It was Gamamaru and Gamakichi, Naruto's personal bodyguards and scouts. Intruder! Gamakichi shouted, jumping up in the air. Give him the booze, Yamatatsu said. I'm on it, as Gamakichi threw a fake bottle right towards Naruto. His hand reached up and caught it, as he popped the cork and took a sip, before he pulled himself up. This is the second time today I've been woken up in an unpleasant way. Hiruzen ignored Naruto for the moment as he spoke. For those of you who haven't met him already, this is your final teammate, Naruto Uzumaki. As Hanabi looked towards Naruto, looking over him. Anko laughed a bit. He's a bit odd, isn't he? She's one to talk, Hiruzen thought to himself. As Midori rushed up to Naruto. Naruto Teiko, she said, I'm glad you're okay. As the two toads poofed away. As Naruto scratched the back of his head. Thanks, Mitonjen, he said. There was a tip mark right on her face. It's Midori. Just Midori, she said to him. Well, good luck with your team, Hiruzen said, as he proceeded to disappear quickly before Anko could complain or change her mind. As Anko's sweat dropped at that, before she walked forward. Okay team, let's sit down and introduce ourselves. Both of the girls took a side next to Naruto. However, no one talked. I'll go first, Anko said. The name is Anko Midarashi. I am Konoha's most sexy and dangerous Jonin. As Naruto glanced up from his bottle. That is all, she said. Wait a minute, he said. Who was the one that decided that? Decided what, Anko asked. Which Jonin is the sexiest and most dangerous? I demand to know how you got that title, he said. He seemed to be really serious. Anko's sweat dropped. I decided, she said. Ah, so you were lying then, he said. I don't think you're fit to be a leader if you were lying. Lying? Anko asked. She brought her arms up to press her chest together, to get a reaction out of him. However, he simply tilted his head. Your tits got nothing on Senju, he said. Huh? Anko said, visibly confused. As Naruto got to his feet and walked straight towards her, as he poked her right in the left boob. Your tits got nothing on Tsunade Senju, he said. These are small. Poor Midori and Hanabi never got a chance to introduce himself because, for the remainder of the day, Anko chased Naruto and tried to kill him. However, he just kept on laughing and dodging her attacks. The next day, Naruto was sleeping within his apartment. This time he called for his bodyguards to make sure that no one would attack him, especially Anko, if she decided to break in. There was a knock on his door though. However, it was a pleasant person. It was the Anvo woman that brought him to the Hokage tower when he first got back. She told him that he was needed immediately. However, this was different. It wasn't his team that was there when he got there. The team leader would be Mikoto Uchiha, and his teammate would be Anko and Kurenai. Something had gone very wrong for Team 7 during their latest C-rank mission. Kakashi had been cut by one of the enemies in a very dangerous way, and he couldn't continue. Sakura had been kidnapped by the same enemy. The mission was labeled as an A rank, and they were supposed to find and return Sakura and Runo back to the village as well. It seems like Team 7 was always getting into some kind of trouble. Time skip. Senju Imina was not as skilled as his older brother Hoshirama, or strategic as his genius brother Tobirama. What he was good at was deceiving others. He was also a womanizer, and he loved to drink. Inuma had created a jutsu that would create a dead clone of himself, that he was able to use to deceive his brother and father, faking his own death. It was his way to get out of the war with the Uchiha clan, and escape her early death. However, his hatred for the Uchiha clan still remained. As time passed, his brothers became the first and the second Hokage, The village that they created with Mother Uchiha. Inuma stayed away from all of that, as he just kept on doing mostly partying. One day when Tobirama was in charge of the village, Inuma met someone who he had no idea who she was at the time. She was Tsunade Senju, as he didn't know that she was Hoshirama's granddaughter. They met in a bar where Jiraiya, Orochimaru, and Tsunade was just drinking and relaxing. Inuma talked to her for a while there, but he never saw her again. Tsunade was given a title from Inuma that he later told Naruto about. She was a winning prize of a Senju. She was Naruto's goal. Inuma knew that there would be problems with Naruto being almost 40 years younger. However, he created another jutsu to solve that. Because even in death, he made sure there would be a way for the Senju clan to rise once again. Upon his death, he transferred all of his chakra into Naruto, in a way that Naruto would keep it forever as a third chakra reserve. This was a reason for Naruto sometimes healing others, just by touching them. Back towards the mission. After Hiruzen told them the details, they had immediately left towards Taki. Team 7 original mission was to deliver a letter towards the leader of Taki. However, they were attacked before they could get there. Naruto was in a really bad mood, as he did not say a word. There was many reasons for that, however, it was mainly because of his teammates. His squad leader was a Uchiha, but not just any Uchiha. She was the mother of all the Uchihas. His teammate was that devil woman Kurenai. She spent the whole trip trying to start a conversation with him. His third teammate was a Jonin Sensei that he pissed off yesterday, who would probably try to get back at him, as she kept on licking at Kunai with her crazy long tongue, to show him the most deadliest way she was going to make him suffer. They arrived towards the location where Team 7 remaining members were. Kakashi was stabbed with a katana, as it had almost cut his shoulder straight down in half. "Mom?" Sasuke said as he was surprised to see her here. "Finally, it took you guys long enough," Teiwaya said. She was surprised though to see Naruto with them. "Where's Kakashi?" Mikato asked, hearing the urgency of his injury. Sasuke pointed towards the large tree. Kakashi was leaning up against it. Mikato, who had become something of a medical ninja in the past couple of years, quickly rushed towards him, as Naruto greeted the others. "Teiwaya, Uchiha runt," he said, as he walked down and sat next to Kakashi. Kakashi was still awake, as Naruto asked him, "Who did this?" The attacker was a young woman, maybe 2 or 3 years older than Naruto, with long red hair. They were attacked by an ambush. The whole place went up in an explosion, forcing them to jump away. Kakashi was their main target. It was a lot of them. They were in the smoke. However, once he got stabbed in the shoulder first, the pain was excruciating. It felt like something was moving within his shoulder, and then a woman, the woman that seemed to be 2 years older than Naruto with red hair, kissed him. Kakashi was shocked. However, she started to suck his life force out of him, it feel like, as his entire chakra reserves was pulled out. He had dropped to his knees, brutally wounded and exhausted before she grabbed Sakura. None of his other students had stood a chance against her, or the others that was in the smoke. Kakashi did not see them though. "Red hair, katana," said Naruto. "Are you sure that it was a woman?" Kakashi asked. "Yeah, I'm sure. It sounds like someone I've worked in the past with. However, the person I work with is a guy," said Naruto. "I see," said Kakashi, as he coughed up blood. "Don't talk anymore for a while," said Mikato, as she kept on healing him up. "One more question," said Naruto. "Was it a special technique that was used to stab you, or a normal one? If it was a special one, do you happen to catch a name?" Kakashi did remember hearing a few words. While the smoke had flooded the area, "Daishinken," said Kakashi. Naruto dropped his hand on the man's shoulder. Kakashi was shocked as he felt his body being restored. The wound healed within seconds. Daishinken, Great Dragon's Shot. That was Naruto's own technique. In his surprise, Naruto chakra had came out and healed Kakashi rather quickly, as he sunshine away before any of them could say anything. A far distance away, Naruto summoned an army of clones, and even an army of small toads to spread out and find the kidnapper. It had been 5 hours since Sakura was taken. However, Naruto was able to find them in 40 minutes. As he got the information, he made his way there. The moment he arrived, a voice spoke up. "It's been a while, Senju." A woman stood outside of a small house, where she was most likely holding Sakura, as she was wearing a white kimono with pink flowers on it. I don't think we have met, said Naruto. That's rude, she said, the pout. It's me, Fuka. As Naruto paused. What? But you used to be a guy. What's going on? What are you talking about? I've always been a girl, you idiot, she said. Oh, said Naruto. I see. So you have tricked me then, he said. As she usually wear guy clothes. Not to mention she covered her hair with a hat or a hood. However, Naruto wouldn't have seen the difference anyway, as he always thought that she was a guy. I'll admit, I might have changed a bit, however. I have never given you a reason to believe I was a guy, she said. Okay, I see, said Naruto, as he pointed towards her chest. You seem to have grown a lot. You used to be flatter than Pinky, girl. The one that you kidnapped. Hey! Sakura voice yelled from inside their house. As Naruto tilted his head. So, she's in there. Oh well, said Fuka, as she picked up her katana that was leaning against the house. I was wondering if I should let you go giving her a pass, however. I've changed my mind, she said to him. It wasn't like they were close friends or anything like that. They had just done a few jobs together in the past. Bounty hunting jobs, that is. However, Fuka started to take on some jobs that Naruto would not do. Capturing and killing civilians. Killing non-criminals for no reason. He didn't do any of those things, so he decided to just leave, and hope they would never meet again. Can I ask one thing before you start, said Naruto. Go ahead. Why did you take the girl, said Naruto. Her? I'm gonna sell her. Easy way to make money. I see, said Naruto, as he gripped his blade tightly. You have kidnapped one of my comrades, and you've also used my own technique on another one, said Naruto as he lowered himself into a stance. Don't bother with that fake clone jutsu. It doesn't matter how much of you they are. I know how you fight. I am not Hatake, said Naruto. Enough talking, she said, as she sprinted forward towards him. She used to be the stronger, seeing that she was pretty older than him. However, in speed they were matched, but that was 2 years ago. But if you were ranking her in terms of overall strength, he could say that she was close to Kakashi's level. However, it was just her surprising techniques. But they will not work on him. The both of them clash as sparks fly, as Naruto was coming in with brutal, deadly attacks. As Naruto slashed one of his base techniques towards her, caused Naruto to jump out of the way. It slashed her right on her left sleeve of her kimono. A new technique. How naughty, she said. Naruto pulled out a shuriken before he threw it towards her and flashed two hand signs. It multiplied. As Naruto brought his hand together, Fuka realized that clones poof all around her. The clones sped through hand signs, fire style indent, as they blew a stream of fireball towards her from all sides, and the shuriken was coming from front. She had to use her fastest technique to get over there. She gripped her blade and twisted her feet. Pumping chakra, she blurred away. It was like she teleported. She appeared, however. Naruto's blade drove right through her shoulder and pinned her down into the ground. As Naruto ripped the blade out. Such a shame, he says. He brought the blade down towards her heart. However, she vanished as she reappeared next to the house. She was using quite a bit of chakra to do that. As Naruto turned towards her, she was holding her bleeding shoulder. I will not forget about this, she said, before she teleported away once again. I will never understand a woman, Naruto thought, as he made his way. He opened the door and stepped inside as Sakura was on the ground, her hands and legs tied. Naruto, she said. She seemed rather grateful. Did you defeat her? She's gone now, said Naruto. She will not hurt you. Slice, slice. He sliced her binds. She got up and hugged him rather tightly, as Naruto stood there rather confused, as he did not know what to do right here. After a minute, he told her they should probably get back to the others, who were looking for them. So he simply threw her over his shoulder, making her heap, as he rushed back to where Team 7 was. Before they got there though, he told Sakura to do something for him. Around 20 minutes later, the others were gathered around Kakashi, except for Anko, who had went to look for Naruto. As Naruto placed Sakura down, she walked up to the others, trying to change her voice so it sounded more like Naruto, as he asked her to do him a favor. The mission, she said, is completed. Dagazaru, she said, adding that at the end of her sentence. Kakashi sighed relief to see that Sakura was okay. Kunai was currently glaring at Naruto, and that Dagazaru comment that Sakura made at the end was completely unnecessary. Good job, Naruto, said Minato as she walked over and placed a hand on his shoulder. But next time, please follow my orders. And don't go off on your own, okay? Tuh, I don't see a reason to stay with you a lot. I'll be taking my leave now to go see the monkey, the Gazaru, said Naruto, as he stuck out his tongue before he vanished. Sakura watched him leave, as Kurenai noticed that. He's a rather odd fellow, isn't he? Said Minato. You, said Kurenai, as she turned towards Sakura. Yes, Sakura said. Don't think just because he carries you, that means anything. Kurenai made her way after Naruto. That bitch, said Teiwaya, as she rushed off as well. As Minato had come back with Anko. Where's Kurenai and Teiwaya? They left, Sasuke said. Left where? Most likely to go after the idiot, Sasuke said. A few hours later, Naruto dived right through the window as Hiruzen looked up. As Naruto rushed and puked right in the trash can. Last time I'm gonna be drinking and running, he said. I take it the mission is finished, Hiruzen said. Yeah, it's done, said Naruto, as he lay on the couch before he fell asleep. Hiruzen just kept on reading his book. Around 2 hours later, Kurenai, Anko, and Teiwaya arrive. Where are the others? Hiruzen asks. Kakashi could move at max speed, so they're helping him along. I see. And why didn't you all travel together? While we returned early to give Ajin needs some punishment for misbehaving on the mission. As they step forward, I think you all should leave. That Genin is rather tired, Hiruzen said, not trusting Naruto's fate in the hands of these three women. Not that they would do anything bad to him. Or maybe they would. They all frowned at that before they left. Titties, said Naruto on the chair. Hiruzen glanced over towards him as he looked back towards his book. Titties, said Naruto as he fell off. Hiruzen started to laugh as Naruto's face hit the ground, however he still didn't wake up. The next day, Naruto woke up in his apartment. This has to stop, he said, as Teiwaya was in his bed. She was trying to get a one-up on Ino, however, little did she know that Ino and Naruto already slept in the same bed. He did what he always did, he left. However, as he was going down the street, he had to pause. Anko and Kurenai was making their way. Huh? What are you doing here? Our team is doing some D-rank missions. I need you to be there with the girls, Anko said. Teiwaya then came out in her pajamas. What's going on, she said. Huh. I think you're my favorite student, Anko said, with a laugh before she headed off. Meet me and the girls at Training Ground 12 in 10 minutes. As she made her way, Kurenai seemed rather angry. What is this, she said. That's Teiwaya, my neighbor. As Teiwaya saw the look that Kurenai was giving her. Screw you, she said. I'm gonna make myself some breakfast. As she went inside Naruto's apartment. There's no food in there, he thought to himself. I won't stand for this, Naruto, said Kurenai as she crossed her arms. Now listen here, woman, said Naruto. It's not my fault that all these girls keep on showing up in my bed. There are others, she asks. And I told you to call me Kurenai-chan. Sure there is. However, I always have my bodyguards there. But these girls seem to show up whenever I pass out. And forget to do so, said Naruto. I see, said Kurenai. That's a problem we must address. Agreed, said Naruto. I have an idea. How about you move in with me, and I'll keep them awake, Kurenai said. I can cook for you, and do your laundry as well. How does that solve anything? I will be stuck with the devil in my apartment. Naruto-kun, she said. What have I told you? Screw you, said Naruto as he ran away. Maybe in a few years, Kurenai said. As Naruto was running away, he noticed that Erasenin was spying, as he wondered if the old monkey set this up. When Naruto arrived, his team was already there. Hello, Dango, Uchiha Joe, Hyuga Inomo, said Naruto. Hanabi walked up to him. You shall address me as Hanabi-san, she said. Okay, I'll remember that, said Naruto, as he sat down next to Midori. Morning, Teiko, said Midori, as Naruto simply grunted. Well, now that the playboy has arrived, how about we let the girls introduce themselves since they didn't get to do so last time? The others got confused by the playboy comment, especially Naruto it seems. I am Hanabi Hyuga, and you shall call me Hanabi-sama, she said to Midori. Huh? I am 11 years old, and I graduated 1 year earlier than the Uchiha, so you will show me the respect I deserve. How humble, Anko said. Okay, next. Midori was not happy at all, as she was acting like she was better than her. However, she remained calm. My name is Uchiha Midori. I like my family, with one exception, and I hope I can be a help to the team. You forgot something, said Naruto. Oh, right. And I'm 12 and I like reading, she said. Oh no, you're supposed to tell us all to get down and lick your feet because you're the mighty Uchiha, said Naruto. We're not worthy to breathe the same air as you, Midori Joe, said Naruto. We are just simple peasants. Stop it, Teiko, she said, as she blushed in embarrassment. As he was treating her like she was some spoiled princess or something, which she was definitely not. Meanwhile with Team 7, as they were just meeting up as Kakashi had to give them some more time off so he could recuperate, which was taking longer than usual. Now that everyone is here, he said, I have something important to tell you. As the students listen in. Today is a very special day, isn't it, Teiwai-chan, he said. Huh? What are you talking about? It would appear that one of our students is engaging in nightly activities with the other gender. As Kakashi looked towards her, so what? I'm not the only one that has been sleeping with him. That whore Ino and someone named Tsunade has been sleeping in the same bed as well, I guess. As Naruto was always talking about this Tsunade in his dreams. Kakashi had a tear in his eye. Minato-sensei, he said, your legacy will be just fine. Am I the only one wish that we had a normal sensei, said Sasuke. Well, I just came by to tell you guys that. You have today and tomorrow off, he said. Oh, and Teiwaya, be careful, he said. Remember, safety is always the first option. Safety? What is he talking about? Sakura blushed in embarrassment. You know, that thing we learned in the academy about, when two people sleep together? Huh? Ew, said Teiwaya. It's not like that. Who said anything like that was going on? That perverted one-eyed freak. I'm gonna kill him, she says. She made her way. Well, I guess they're just sleeping in the same bed then, said Sakura. Sakura. Yes, Sasuke-kun? Would you be happy if I told you that you were the most normal person on our team? Of course, Sasuke-kun. That's sweet of you. Happy enough for you to leave me alone. No, she said. He simply made his way off, as she chased after him. A week later, Hiruzen left the village, as he went to a very important meeting with the Raikage. The Genin squads have been told to focus on their training and teamwork for the time that your Hokage was gone instead of doing D-rank missions that will be handed out by his advisors. Hiruzen left the village yesterday and the Genins were not told about it yet. When Naruto arrived towards training ground, he saw no problem with training. However, teamwork was something that bugged him. Teamwork, said Naruto. Define teamwork. Well, how you three can work together to finish a task that you were given. This should be really obvious, Uncle said. Okay, I think I get it now. You too, said Naruto. As he turned his gaze. Hanabi, Midori-chan, you two should practice your Shanshin, he said. For what, Midori asks. If we ever get into a battle with the enemy, I need you two to get away as fast as possible so I can dispose of the enemy. The two girls' sweat dropped at that. As Uncle simply laughed. Midori, Hanabi, she said. You both come with me, she said. And Naruto, since you won't listen or cooperate, I have something else I want you to do, she said. As Naruto raised an eyebrow. Go to training ground 8 and report to the Jonin Sensei of Team 8. Naruto shrugged as he started to walk away. It's that way, she said, pointing towards the other way. However, he went a different way completely. That way, she said. Oh, said Naruto as he started to walk once again. It took Naruto 4 hours to find Training Ground 10, which was 1 kilometer away from Training Ground 12. Once he got there, he saw a girl with dark blue hair. When she noticed him, her face turned red just like Midori when she's embarrassed. Hinata Hyuga was trying to locate Kiba and Shino with her Byakugan when she saw her crush coming her way. Oi, Hanabi-chan, said Naruto. I'm here to report to the Jonin Sensei of Team 8. They look exactly alike, however. Naruto tilted his head as he realized that Hanabi was supposed to be with his sensei. The moment he stepped forward, though, she fainted. As Naruto was confused. Kiba arrived, as Hinata was supposed to find him, but she did not. When Kiba arrived, his eyes went wide. Naruto, what the hell are you doing to Hinata? As Naruto was poking her with the sheath of his blade. She died, said Naruto. What? Kiba rushed over, however he saw Hinata was still breathing. Did she fall asleep? Kiba asked, sweat dropping. Greetings, Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto turned as he saw a strange person arrive. He was wearing a grey outfit and shades. "Yo," said Naruto. "Where's Team 8 Sensei?" "Before any of that, what happened to Hinata?" said Kiba. "I arrived. And then she fell," said Naruto. "Come on, there has to be something else. She just fell like that?" Hinata started to wake up as Naruto lowered his face. "Hanabi, are you okay?" However, she fainted once again. "See, that is exactly what happened," said Naruto, as he just picked himself up. "She fainted." "By the way, Naruto-san," said Shino, "her name is Hinata, not Hanabi. You remember 3 years ago?" Shino said, reminding Kiba that she fainted in class when she was sitting next to Naruto. "Where's Team 8 Sensei?" said Naruto. "I don't like my time to be wasted." As Naruto felt something as he turned, there was a gigantic tree behind him. The branches grabbed him and wrapped him up. "Demonic illusion. Tree binding," said Kurina as she emerged from the top half of the tree. "Hey Sensei, do you know what happened to Hinata?" Kiba said, not really hearing that Naruto was caught. "She's fine. You two can take her home. You have the rest of the day off," she said, as they picked her up and carried her off. "Let me go," said Naruto. "I will release you the moment you promise not to run away from me," she said to him. "I was told to report to the Jonin Sensei of Team 7, so what do you want?" said Naruto. "You're going to help me for misbehaving in the past," she said. "It's your punishment." "Alright, fine," said Naruto. However, the moment she released him, he was going to run away. "Good," said Kurenai. "I thought you were going to refuse." However, now he was curious. "What do you need me to do?" "Just come with me and help me carry some stuff," she said. As Naruto crossed his arms, "If I do this, you have to do something for me." "And what do you want?" "Show me your panties," he said. Bam! She punched him right over the head. "You witch," said Naruto as he picked himself up. "Why did you do that?" As she appeared behind him and held him in a headlock. "What was that, Naruto-kun?" Her tone was cold and deadly. "I'm sorry, Kurenai-chan," he said. As he realized whenever he said that, she released him. "Now let's go," she said. "We don't have all day." However, the moment she takes 2 steps, she frowned as Naruto looked towards her. "My legs are hurting me," she said. "You will have to carry me." As Naruto's eye twitched violently, he picked her up and carried her bridal style like last time. "I hate you, woman," he said, as she gave him directions to one of the many clothing stores that they visit. He spent the whole day walking behind her with a barrage of clothing. She did get him some ramen though. As Naruto got back to his place, she thanking him for his help. She means she's thanking him for using him the entire day to carry her clothing. Arriving home, Naruto drank all the steak that he got, as he really needed some more money to buy more steak. Turns attention towards the wall that was connected to Teiwaya's room. Seeing that they live in the same building complex, Naruto pulled out his blade and carved a gigantic hole into the wall. Naruto entered to see Teiwaya as she was jumping around, hitting a dummy off the fake Uchiha. It looked just like him, as she was wearing an Uzumaki t-shirt and underwear. Teiwaya was busy practicing, so she did not notice Naruto until he stepped inside and started to search. What the hell, she thought as she made her way. She screamed when she saw him, as he just appeared out of nowhere. "What the hell are you doing here, shithead?" "I'm looking for Sake," said Naruto. She turned her head as she noticed a gigantic hole. Did you just cut a hole in my wall?" she asked. "I wanted Sake," said Naruto. "Why didn't you knock on the door?" she asked as she quickly put on a pair of black pants. "Why did you put on pants?" said Naruto. Before she tried to punch him, the door knocked, as Naruto got up and walked away from her fists, as he proceeded to open the door, which was not his. When Naruto opened the door, he saw 2 creatures outside. Konohamaru and Udon was gonna prank their boss, Teiwaya, to get her respect by throwing white paint and feathers at her. As Naruto looked towards the 2 creatures. "Who are you?" said Konohamaru. "Maybe he hurt our boss," Udon said, with a frightened expression. "Senju," said Naruto. Both boys were afraid as they threw the things in her hand. As Naruto scratched his head confused, he then turned. Teiwaya laughed. "You look like a big ugly chicken, shithead," she said. As Naruto looked over himself, as he got rather annoyed. "Who were those 2? he said. "Just Konohamaru and Udon," she said. "I see." "So," he said to her, "do you have any Sake?" "No, I don't drink that stuff. I'm 14. "Okay. Good night, neighbor," he said. as he closed the door and went back to his apartment, leaving that gaping hole right in her wall. The next time he saw those two creatures, he was gonna cut them down. Naruto figured that this would happen, seeing that there was no giant hole in his wall, connecting his room to hers. However, he's gonna tell the two Toad brothers that they shouldn't worry about Teiwaya because she's not trying to kill him. She has been in his bed for 2 nights now and yet she ain't tried to kill him yet. So maybe she just wants to sleep in the bed with him. And he didn't see any problem with that, as Naruto had woken up and slipped out without her noticing. The two girls on his team, Midori and Hanabi, were forced to work on their teamwork because they didn't like each other one bit. And that sort of hate would get them killed on the battlefield. Anko tells Naruto that today she and him will be sparring, as it was a chance for her to get payback for him poking her breasts and saying that she was not good enough. However, he simply ran away. 3 days passed after that, as Naruto didn't wake up with Teiwaya in his bed. She must be on a mission with Team 7, as Naruto figured that he would be called to save them because they were always running into A-rank missing names on all of their missions so far that involved C ranks. Hiruzen returned, as he was in a pretty sour mood. The meeting with the Raikage went well, however he found out that Naruto lied to him about the Akatsuki, as B had told his brother that he had took care of the cool little dude. Apart from being a drunk and a senju, he was a pretty good dude. A and B had never been told Naruto's real name. When they spoke of him, they only said senju, and Samui and Yuchito only used pet names. What they discussed was letting their village take part in each other's exams. The villages had never had the best track history. However, Hiruzen was looking towards the future, so he allowed them to participate only with one team, of course. This was like a test trial. A had agreed, however Konoha will only send one team as well when it was time for their Chunin exams. They weren't allies, however this was a good start, as Hiruzen found the Chunin that was giving out the mission in the mission office, as he told him to get him the most boringest C-rank mission ever. Upon doing so, he called for Team 12. Anko was surprised, seeing that they just finished a D-rank mission. Hokage-sama. Anko, just a minute, Hiruzen said, as he turned his gaze towards Naruto. Naruto was looking through the window until he felt the old man gaze. Naruto then turned and started to glare back at him. Anko took the mission folder as she started to read it. She went from happy, seeing that this was their first C rank. As a team, all of them combined, and they just started becoming a team. However, she went from happy to upset as she read the mission detail. Really? What have we possibly done to deserve this? Anko yelled. This was a typical C rank that every ninja hated. It was pretty much a D rank except it was in another village. The possibility of running into bandits or other threats were there. That is why it was labeled as a C rank. However, Hiruzen said nothing as he still kept on looking at Naruto. What? You want to go, monkey? Said Naruto. Hanabi and Midori were shocked as the Hokage flew out of his seat and punched Naruto across the head. However, Naruto disappeared in smoke. He reappeared behind the Hokage's blade pull as he sliced it towards a man's arm. However, Naruto cut right into a log. He tried to turn, however Hiruzen got him and knocked him over the head. All of this happened in a few seconds as Naruto was now on the ground. Ow! Damn it, said Naruto. What the hell did I do? Apart from going to other hidden villages and not telling me about it, how about stealing my steak when I was gone? And kidnapping my grandson and his friend and tying them to a cow and let you run around the village? Anko sighed. So here's the reason why we're getting this boring mission then. Do you have any proof? Said Naruto. Are you going to deny it? Hiruzen said, and lie to me once again? No, of course I did it all, said Naruto, but why are you mad about it? As Naruto told Hiruzen that his steak deserved to be drank by him, and besides, it tastes like shit anyway. The grandson and his friend was probably the two creatures that Naruto was hunting, and besides, being in another village was none of his business. Hiruzen sighed, as he knew that Naruto was not gonna listen to what he had to say. Look at this shitty brat, he said. This is a team that is gonna participate in the upcoming Chunin exams. Amoy, Samui, and Yujito, as he showed Naruto the photos. As Naruto's face seemed to go blank. That woman, he said, as he simply ran away. Anko sighed she had to hunt him down. Few moments later, they were at the West Gate, Naruto included, as they were heading to Tanzuka, as that was the home of his deceased mentor, Senju Inuma. Their objective was to clean a casino, and that include every poker chip. As Midori had a question that she wanted to ask Naruto. Naruto Teiko, is it true that you're sleeping with Ino and Teiwaya? As she was embarrassed, however, she had to know. Hanabi stopped walking as she snapped her head towards Naruto, eager to hear the answer. Anko said nothing as she just listening, but she did not act like she was paying attention. Yeah, said Naruto. How do you know this, he asked. I overheard Sakura and Ino talking about it the other day. Midori started out. She backed away a bit because Naruto was staring at her. Anko laughed. Well, you're one lucky guy to have 2 girlfriends. As Naruto looked rather confused by that. The way she phrased it, not about the girlfriend part. You said you were sleeping with them. And I just assumed, said Anko. Yes, we were sleeping in the same bed. Wait, you mean just sleeping, Anko said. Naruto nodded. What's so special about them sleeping with him anyway? Said Hanabi. I've been doing that for years now. Naruto paused. Nonsense, he said. What? Said Midori. She then went on to explain that after saving her bigger sister from a couple bullies, Hinata had a huge crush on Naruto. So she got a mini stuffed version of him. Hanabi had been jealous, and she had received one as well. And she's been sleeping with it for the longest time now. As Naruto wondered what was up with these people as he started to walk faster, Anko patted her on the head. That's so cute, she said. Yes, it is, she said. And I never thought I would find the real one. It seems like Hanabi had no shame at all. That story did not embarrass her in the slightest. She was just happy that Naruto was on her team. Now, the reason why she was acting so awkward made sense. As Midori seemed to be rather angry as well, as Hanabi now had this look in her eyes, like she wanted to go and hug Naruto. Midori gave her a look, as Naruto proceeded to ignore all of them. Once they got to the town, Anko gripped her neck as she dropped to her knees in pain. Anko Sensei, the girl said, as they rushed up towards her. What's wrong with you? Said Naruto. Naruto then turned as he saw a pale man going through hand sign. Figuring that he was the problem, Naruto pulled his blade. Meanwhile, Orochimaru-sama, are you sure this is necessary? I'm just saying hello to my old apprentice, Orochimaru said. Seeing that Konoha ninjas were here, Kabuto instantly left, seeing that he had a big part in the upcoming Chunin exams, and if he was to be discovered here, it would be really bad. However, Naruto appeared behind Orochimaru. The snake saw him turn, but Naruto had already completed his teleportation slash. He cleaved right through the man, however, the man came out of his mouth as he jumped away. It seemed my apprentice has some rather interesting students, said Orochimaru as he looked over the individual. As Naruto pulled out 2 shurikens and launched them, he went through hand sign as they multiplied. However, Orochimaru flipped away and jumped back. However, a clone of Naruto stood behind Orochimaru. Water pistol technique, he said, as he fired a water bullet from his fingers. Orochimaru twisted as the thing cleaved right through the tree. Such power, he said, as he turned towards Naruto. He then took a better look at the brat. However, an orange haze came over Naruto as he quickly tapped into the fox power. He slashed towards the man, but he evaded all of his strikes. Naruto got frustrated as he cleaved right through the tree that Orochimaru jumped towards. Orochimaru simply chuckled as he was finding this rather hilarious. It seems we meet again, Naruto Uzumaki. However, Naruto said nothing and summoned Gamakatsu and Gamakichi. But the moment he did so, Orochimaru slammed his hand into the ground, causing the place to shake uncontrollably. As Naruto settled himself down, but he was gone. I need you to help me find the snake, said Naruto as he looked towards the 2 toads. As he pulled out the bingo book, Orochimaru the Sannin, former teammate of Tsunade Senju and Jiraiya. As a grin came on Naruto's face, this mission just got a whole lot interesting. Thanks, monkey, he said. Back with Anko, the pain had stopped. Anko Sensei, are you okay? Midori asked. I'm okay, but we need to get back to Konoha as soon as possible. Wait, where's Naruto? He was fighting with something that looked human, but I'm not sure if it was, Hanabi said. What? Anko yelled. Anko created a clone to take the girls back to Konoha. She couldn't have them caught up in this, as she made her way after Naruto. Meanwhile, Naruto had already left the borders of the village, as he was jumping from branch to branch. As Naruto split up with the Toad brothers, so they could quicken the search, Gamaki then approached him. The snake and his partner split up somewhere ahead. His partner was heading towards Konoha. "Partner," said Naruto. Gamikichi jumped off Naruto as they came to a stop. Gamikichi then transformed into Kabuto. As Naruto smiled at that, "Good job," he says, they unseal a chocolate bar handed to him. "Thanks, boss. I'm heading back now while Gamatatsu continued to trail a snake." As Gamikichi went back to tell Gamabunta, his father, that Naruto was going after someone really dangerous. It was Orochimaru, the snake Sanin. As Naruto was able to trail Orochimaru all the way to the Valley of the End. At the Valley of the End, Orochimaru met up with someone else. It was Kimimaro. "Good to see you up and running, Kimimaro-kun," Orochimaru said. "Thank you, Orochimaru-sama. Did everything go as planned?" "Yes, apart from one thing that might be my fault. However, now that you're here, you can fix it for me. There's that interesting young fellow chasing me. He will arrive here soon. Take care of him for me." "As you wish, my lord." With that, Orochimaru simply walked away. Kimimaro waited as Naruto showed up 5 minutes later with Gamatatsu on top of his head, leading him right here. "That him," said Naruto. "Yeah, he's the one that is now here." Orochimaru made his way off. "Okay, you can return now." "Hey, where's my snack?" he asked. As Naruto unsealed his snack and gave it to him. As he poofed away, "Those two are going to ruin me," said Naruto. "It's unfortunate, but you die here," said Kimimaro. As Naruto tilted his head, he looked around. "Are you talking to me?" "Yes," said Kimimaro. "Oh, well then you must be stupid." "Because you will be the one that will die," said Naruto. As he unsheathed his blade, Naruto watched as the guy pulled the blade out of his shoulder. Slam! Naruto's blade clashed with it, and the bone actually held up. Kimimaro pulled another one and slashed right through Naruto's stomach. Naruto jumped away as he was bleeding rather badly. This guy's pretty strong. Kimimaro was shocked when Naruto healed instantly. It was the Senju chakra that had healed him that quickly. However, there was a limit to it. Whenever he get any serious wounds, the Senju chakra healed him up just like that, as his whole stomach had been torn by that bone. Naruto never expected to be that strong. However, he can't afford to play around this guy anymore, as he created 10 clones. They all rushed in to attack. Kimimaro tried to deflect, however they all went up in a great clone explosion, swallowing the entire place. As Naruto smirked at that, however, Kimimaro was still standing there, but now he looked weird, as he had activated the second stage of his curse mark, and he was completely fine. "I see now why Orochimaru-sama wanted you dealt with," said Kimimaro. Everything around him was destroyed. However, his body had held up, as he had tapped into the curse mark level 2. A young Konoha shinobi with such power already. You could be a future threat. Kimimaro shot towards Naruto. His speed was insane. As Naruto sunshined away, however, Kimimaro kept on moving, literal after images as he appeared behind Naruto. Naruto looked up as he jumped, the bone sword stabbing into the ground, grazing his shoulder. As Naruto flipped away, Kimimaro appeared in front of him. Sobeki no Mai. He slashed furiously at Naruto. As Naruto once again had to heal himself with the Senju chakra, as he was running immensely low right now. He is gonna have to focus on the Fox chakra that took a longer while to heal him. Kimimaro ripped out his own spine, as he held it like a bone whip. Naruto jumped as he had dodged every single attack. The bone whip was blasting through rocks like they were nothing. Imagine what that would do to his skin. Kimimaro then created a bone lance over his arm, as he rushed forward as Naruto created one clone. The clone grabbed onto Naruto as Naruto turned and swinged him forward. Great Dragon Shot! However, Kimimaro stabbed right through it. That is when Naruto appeared, seeing that his arm was now covered by just stabbing right through the clone. Instant slash! As Naruto drove his blade down into his shoulder, the lance was forced to drop off his hand, seeing that it was now badly slashed. However, he raised his other hand. "5-finger drilling bullet," he said. However, Naruto dodged all of them. Teleportation slash! He appeared in front of Kimimaro and tried to slash him across the face. However, he blocked it. Kimimaro released several small bones as he stabbed them in Naruto's hands and legs, knocking him away. "Damn it," said Naruto as he jumped away, before he started to tap into the Fox power, as Two Tails immediately flanked behind him, waving all about. However, Kimimaro was also feeling the effects of his illness after tapping into the stage. He thought he would have killed his brother already, however, he was wrong. He had to end him quickly, otherwise he would not make it. But, with the two tails behind Naruto right now, his speed was more fast and deadly. Kimimaro slashed as he tried to break Naruto down with his whip, however, each of them missed as Naruto flipped and dodged and ducked. Gripping his blade tightly, the aura also surrounded Naruto's blade before he rushed forward and sliced. As Kimimaro whipped at the same time, Naruto was now behind him. A long whip slash tear right across Naruto's back and chest as the thing came all the way around, blood dripping down. However, Kimimaro whip shattered as his entire torso was split, blood running down. Kimimaro collapsed down to his knees as he coughed up blood. Kimimaro sunk into the ground as Naruto started to hop away, the fox shark leaving him as he felt so. The ground erupted, forcing Naruto to jump. Naruto quickly unsealed a Raijin blade that he stole from Aoi and stabbed it into the tip of the bone blade. The gigantic bones that erupted from the ground as Naruto stood on the Raijin blade, so he wouldn't be pierced by the several bones that just erupted. However, Kimimaro erupted from the bone right next to Naruto. "Die," he said. However, Naruto tilted as Kimimaro attacked, stabbed right through his shoulder. However, he grinned because he was still holding on to his own blade as he proceeded to tear it right through Kimimaro. Blood splattered all over him and the bone, painting it from white to red. Kimimaro's body slumped over as Naruto ripped the bone out of his shoulder before he sunshine away. He collapsed down in the forest as he crawled toward the tree. As he lays back against it, his body was in pain and he was exhausted as Naruto unsealed a Snake bottle from one of his scrolls. "I'm coming for you next, Snake Bounty," he said as he drank some of the Snake before he fell asleep. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see next person do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. But I'm off now, see you guys soon. Peace.